Oh fuck! What's happened there? What's happened to this fucking? What's happened there? I only moved it up. What's that?
I don't know what's happened here.
What's happened there? I can't podcast like this.
Oh, flip's sake, what's happened?
What's happened? Yeah, that's it. You want to keep screwing them on.
I don't know what's happened here.
Yeah, that's it. That's him. How do I select this stream here?
Oh god, where's chat? No, flip's sake.
Am I live now?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. What's going on?
See, you're gonna have chat there now.
Really?
Yeah.
How can I move this microphone so it's in like my face? Oh, okay. Is this in my face? Right, we got one person watching. This is bloody fantastic. It's a pack house tonight. Well, this is bullshit, isn't it? Yeah, cheers, Amy. Thank you. So, who we got watching here exactly? Right, I've literally just come here to talk about Smackdown from last night. We had a bit of an issue with the microphone. It kind of just broke. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. So I am literally going to run through Smackdown from last night. Right, so Smackdown last night was in a place called Texas. Wade Barrett and Joe was on the commentary. Fantastic. I'll get into them two a bit later on in the show, but I love Wade Barrett. I think what he's doing is bloody brilliant. So the show starts off with John Cena and Randy Orton to kick off the show, which was very good. I find it a little bit strange with them playing reverse roles in this, with Randy Orton being the face and John Cena being the heel. I mean, I'm not against Randy Orton and John Cena playing reverse roles, but my brain can't function with this. I just find it a little bit strange. But yeah, it's cool. I can deal with it. But basically, they went backwards and forwards, and now they made the match official for Backlash in Randy Orton's hometown. So that's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to this one. I feel like I don't know how I feel. Like, I'm certain years ago they had the last ever match. It was titled The Last Ever Match. So are we just supposed to forget about that? I don't know. But whatever, it's cool. I think it's a good opponent for John Cena on his last year. So it is what it is. Blah, 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 blah. Right, so now we get to Angel and... Yeah. Berto? Alberto? Not Alberto Del Rio. Angel and... fuck. That other bloke with him, I don't know his name. But anyway, they took on the debut from Fraxium, from NXT. Fraxium. I love Fraxium. I'm a big fan of Fraxium. They're one of the main reasons why I was watching NXT. So it was good to see them debut on SmackDown. Really happy with this. I feel like this is the best debut we've had this week. Very cool. Very good. So yeah, the match itself was quite surprisingly good. Not so much because of Fraxium, because I knew they're good, but more so, you know, the other two. But the match itself was very, very good and entertaining, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm glad for Axiom there, and I feel like them being on there is going to really uplift the tag division. But part of me is now thinking they really, really do need to do the roster shake-up, draft, whatever you want to call it, because we got a new tag team in town, and the thought in my mind of Smackdown having Fraxium, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, Street Profits. SmackDown's got some very good tag teams, where Raw, on the other hand, doesn't. So I feel like we do need this roster draft to kind of wake things up in the tag division, very muchly. And of course, with this match, Fraxium won the debut, and yeah, like, the match itself was extremely good. Really enjoyed this one. So yeah, welcome Fraxium to SmackDown. Badass. Then we get to a segment with Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. Fuck no, she's shit. Yeah, not a massive fan of Jade. I am of Tiffany though. Tiffany come out, gave a little speech about WrestleMania and all that, which was cool. Like, yeah, she had probably the biggest match of her career at WrestleMania. Jay come out cutting a promo. It reminded me very much of like Ahmed Johnson on Warzone. Like, what the fuck was she going on about? Like, it's a bit mind blowing. My brain couldn't deal with that shit, and I didn't know what was going on, and I was very confused. I was very nervous, and I kind of pissed myself on the sofa. So yeah, which eventually leads into a one-on-one match. Yeah, the match never was anything to really write home about. We're still dealing with this Naomi shit, and yeah, that's kind of a bit depressing. Why is Naomi still involved? And then to top it off, Nia Jax turns up. Like, I don't have time for that shit. Why do I want to see this? But yeah, Nia Jax turns up, and I just feel like now we're just going to get a tag team feud now between Nia Jax, Naomi versus Jade and Tiffy. Like, I guess it kind of makes sense. So, I get it. Do I want to see it? Fuck no. Does it make sense? Yes. Moving on. And then we had a segment in the ring with the new United States champion, Jacob Fatu, with Solo, LA Knight, and Drew McIntyre. Interesting to see Drew McIntyre tied up into the United States picture. I don't know. I think he's too big of a star to be tied up in this. I don't feel like he needs to be tied up in this. So yeah, a little bit confused why he was even there. I feel like, yeah, they kind of just chucked darts at a dartboard with this one. But it is what it is. And this led into a match later on in the night between Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. No, sorry, I'm talking shit. This led into Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight later in the night. Whoopee. And then we get to the women's championship match. Bloody fantastic. Blazewood, Lukey, Rhea Ripley, fuck off. She weren't even on this show, boyo. So yeah, then we get to the United States Championship. Chelsea Green versus Zelina Vega. Yeah. Don't really know what to say about this. Okay. Yeah. yeah, whatever. I feel like this match. I feel like, okay, I'll be positive. I feel like Chelsea Green's done very well this year. I feel like she's built a character up from literally nothing. She's doing really well with a gimmick. Zelina represents the LWO, but yeah, has some really massive ties with America, obviously. So I get the feud. I do understand the feud. I kind of wanted Chelsea Green to win this match. Spoiler alert, she didn't, she lost. But I kind of wanted Chelsea Green to win this. I feel like what she's doing is very good. And I feel like she's going to elevate that title to make it mean something. Whereas Zelina, no knock to her, personally, but I just find her a bit bland. I'm not going to lie. I don't get it. She's nice to look at, but yeah, I don't really get it. She doesn't have that personality like Chelsea Green. But yeah, we got a brand new champion in Zelina. Enough said. Don't care. And then we go to a commercial break, and the Miz is in the ring. The Miz, ain't he just bloody awesome? He is in the ring, talking about this and that, really, how awesome he is. And then the lights go out, and this is when shit gets real. We then get the return of Aleister Black. Fantastic. Kept the same theme song, the same entrance, the candles, everything. I do have an issue with this. I feel like Wade Barrett was great. Going back on what I said earlier, Joe Toberone, where his name is, Tugboat. He didn't big this up. It was like there was no shock factor from the commentators. Jim Ross would have been like, oh my god. There was nothing. It was just like, oh yeah. Like there was literally nothing there from the commentators to build up the return of Aleister Black. Testator. Something like that. Yeah, Michael. But do you know what I mean? Like there was no build up. I just felt it was a bit bland. Bad Guts, yes. You are worried. Lots of return of lots of wrestlers. Yeah. I mean, Aleister Black, of all the returns and everything and the debuts, like I'm really happy with. I'm not a fan of Rusev, but I'm okay with the way he was brought in his return. I thought that was cool. Just not a fan. You think there's going to be a lot of wasted chances? Yeah, possibly. But I feel like Rusev's going to be pushed to the moon. I feel like he's going to have a monster push here. And I'm hoping Aleister Black will be as well. I'm hoping. I'm a big fan of Aleister Black. So is, I know, a lot of the other boyos on the TDS platform. That's it, Michael. It was very, very flat, his debut. And I don't know. I just felt a bit sorry for him. I just feel like the commentators can make or break someone's return. I just felt like they didn't give it what it needed. I thought it was cool personally, but yeah, there was just no hype there. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that. But yeah, I'm happy he's back. I'm glad he's back. He's got his match next week against The Miz. So yeah, we will see. Those wrestlers you did not how to use 4 years ago, and then you get all them back doing what? They might get Zack Ryder to do. Interesting Bad Guts. Again, like 4 years ago was a different landscape in the WWE. That was very much Vince's way or no way. I feel like Aleister Black and Rusev were very much Triple H's guys from the NXT, so now Triple H has more control. I like to feel like they're going to be pushed in the right direction. That's kind of what I'm hoping. Ryan Potter, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're well. Yeah, Michael, that's it. I was expecting a lot more than what we got from Aleister Black's return, and I was very disheartened by the way they portrayed it. It kind of sucked. Interesting. Bad guts. And every wrestler thinking he's the second coming Cody Rhodes. Possibly. Again, like, I can't say this enough. A lot of the wrestlers left because of the direction that Vince McMahon was putting them in, and it kind of sucked. These guys that are returning, not so much Cody Rhodes, granted, but more so, again, Aleister Black, Miro, Rusev. Their returning is based on they know Triple H and how they got pushed by him in NXT, and they're looking for that main success on the main roster. I think that's a lot of it. And keep in mind, Cody Rhodes wasn't the first one. I would say it was more so Drew McIntyre. Even before then, if you want to go to Jinder Mahal. Is Chelsea Green going to go for EA Sky now? I don't know. I'm not ready for that. I like Chelsea Green around the US title picture. Her gimmick's based around being the president of the US, so I don't know. But I mean, it could be. If they got a roster draft coming up soon, then who knows? I don't feel like Chelsea Green would fit in around that picture. I'm happy for her to reclaim her gold. Maybe Money in the Bank winner for Chelsea Green. Yeah. Can't argue with that. I agree with that. I feel like that would be good. I feel like Chelsea Green would have good fun being the Money in the Bank champion. I'll be really happy with that. And I feel like she's worked hard enough for that. I feel like she deserves that prize. And yeah, I'll be cool with that. Aleister Black versus the Demon. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, that's it, Michael. Maybe with the draft coming up soon, like, I feel like it's definitely needed now, so we know what's what. At the end of the day, I just want him to push Karrion Kross. Like, he's the man. So yeah, let me just get through to this match a minute with Drew McIntyre on LA Knight. Like, yeah, who gives a fuck? I didn't. Drew McIntyre won this match by disqualification because it's Damian Priest. I don't really know what else I can really say to that, to be honest. It was what it was. And of course, now, the main event. Now, this is a triple threat TLC match with Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, and DOA. For the Tag Team Championship. Now, this is a match I feel like we should have had at Mania instead of the War Raiders, a New Day, because no one gave a shit about that. Yeah, I thought this match was very good. Very good. There was a lot of cool spots in it. It's not going to go down probably as one of the best TLC matches, and I believe within a month it'd be very forgettable. Then reenacting the Edge spot from WrestleMania 17, I think it was WrestleMania 17. Yeah, it was fucking terrible. I did not like that whatsoever. It didn't even look good. I was kind of rooting for Motor City Machine Guns in this match because I'm a bit of a TNA, old school TNA mark. And we didn't get that. So that's a shame. Yeah, that's it. I expect Edge was trending on Twitter because of that. But Edge just made it look so much better. But then Edge is much of a superior athlete, to be fair. Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like the way he landed. I didn't like the way he started crying, so to speak, to the camera. It didn't sit right with me. So just going off this match quickly, Street Profits did retain their tag titles. Yeah, it is what it is. Sorry, I've had a flu now for like 2 weeks and I just can't shift it. You spoke to Chris Sabin at a TNA Bournemouth event. He was a great guy. Ryan Potter, Bournemouth. That's interesting. Where are you from, Ryan? You probably told us before, but I just can't remember. So, yeah, I've seen a lot of WWE shows in the BIC. I didn't know TNA was out of Bournemouth. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, Michael, yeah, there was cool spots in it. Yeah, I'm not knocking the match. I thought the match was great. Yeah, the match was good. Yeah, it done its purpose, and again, I still feel like this should have been a WrestleMania match. Those Naomi punches, yeah, they were someone else for sure, wasn't they? Oh, you did uni in Bournemouth. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I can't really remember you, Ryan, on the chat. Maybe it's just me. I can't really remember. Baguettes. I wish they'd bring the League of Nations back. Everyone is there except Alberto. Or the next is like Barrett is medically cleared. Yeah. Again, I quite like both groups. I thought League of Nations could have had a bigger push than what they did. They kind of dropped the ball with that. But to be fair, I'm just more invested in where this Paul Heyman faction is going to go. With Bron Breakker and Rollins, personally, selfishly, I want them to bring in Becky Lynch and Austin Theory. That's what I keep seeing everywhere, and I'm kind of hoping for that as well. But yeah, time will tell. TNA, the BIC, Bournemouth, 26th of January 2010. How the hell did I miss that? I've never been to a TNA event. I would have definitely gone, 2010 as well. So that was the year where 10/10/10, October the 10th, 2010. That was a good year. That was a year where Mr. Anderson and the Pope was quite coming into their own as main eventers. I knew they already were, but yeah, I remember 2010 really, really well. Yeah, I would have loved to go on around this time frame. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, I agree. You feel like they should have replaced the Ray, Chad Gable match with the tag team TLC. Yeah, I mean it's cool with Ray Phoenix having a match at Mania, but he lost his pay-per-view debut. Yeah, I can't really argue with that, Michael. I feel like you got a valid point there. Yeah, maybe that could have been the match you replaced. Again, do you know what? I would have probably replaced the Viking Raiders and New Day match with this TLC. And the Ray match, I would probably replace with the Chelsea Green and Zelina. Because they had the build, they had the feud, you know? You spoke to the Pope at the signing. Yeah, I like the Pope. I thought his theme song was pretty cool in TNA. I like this theme song in ECW as well. What was it? Elijah Burke. Don't waste my time. Do not really Baggers. I do not really think it would be a faction. I think it was more like, okay, now Braun lost the title. He is alone. So what? And they gave him Paul Heyman. It was just like Seth welcoming Braun. Interesting. I feel like we're going to get a faction out of this. definitely. I feel like we're definitely going to get a faction out of this. Time will tell. Yeah, Ryan, I agree. I feel like Worlds Collide would have been a lot better at Mexico. Yeah, I'm quite intrigued by this pay-per-view. I think it's going to be pretty awesome to see how it's going to play out. So yeah, it should be cool, hopefully. Michael, you could have had that on Smackdown and had Black come out during that match instead of a squash match with Miz now. Yeah. I'm okay. I don't mind the Black thing at the moment. I feel like it's been done. I feel like the only issue I got is purely the commentators didn't big it up for what it was. You know, him coming out on SmackDown, which was really well advertised in advance. The lights went off when Miz was in the ring to make you feel like it could have been possibly the White Six. Him coming out, yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm absolutely fine with how this has played out. Do you think both cans can agree we can get an AEW invasion? I will get back to that. Hold on, Ryan. I'm assuming this is Sam Watts or DDC. Let me see. Hiya, boy. Wish I could stick around. You're good, great, my man. Gotta stuff my face with burgers, fries, and go home and give my wife due for time. That'd be Sam. That's absolutely fine, Sam. You crack on, my friend. Both cons can agree we can get an AEW invasion. Do you know what? Like, if they did an AEW and WWE can agree, like, it would be cool. It would be good to see. Like, I'm not a massive AEW. I'm not an AEW fan at all, but I like some of the talents over there, and I feel like if they can work together, like WWE has with TNA and whatever, and AEW's always open up for working with other companies. I feel like if these two companies can work together, we can get, say, someone like a John Moxley, Roman Reigns, or anything like that, like Swerve and whoever. I feel like it could be good, very good. But now I don't see them working together. I don't feel like, you know, AEW's not. It's too much hatred between both companies now. I feel like it's just gone too far, and there's, you know, but as a fan, I would like them to work together. I think it would be good, but WWE doesn't need AEW, so yeah. Oh, where are we to? Yeah, Alistair Black is going to get a push. Going to get that push. Yeah, I hope so. I feel like Triple H will push him. Again, as I said earlier, the main wrestler I'm hearing that's going to get a monster push is Rusev. I heard he's going to be pushed to the moon. So, I haven't heard that coming out of Alistair Black, but I have with Rusev. Ryan Potter, I can't take the Wyatt Six seriously. Neither can I, buddy. I feel like what's damaged them was that, you know, their first proper like feud was against the Authors of Pain and Truth Testimony. I think that's what they're called. And then he released them. Where do you go from there? It's like, what the fuck? So Ryan, you're on about WrestleMania here. Yeah, so funny enough, I was speaking about this earlier about WrestleMania. Now, like, seeing the highlight packages and all that, like, I feel like WrestleMania was a lot better than what I thought it was. Like, you know, it was I kind of shitted all over Mania, and that I'm probably wrong for. I thought Mania was pretty decent. I do agree. The main event of Mania was very much pretty bad. Pretty bad, and Triple H is the only one to blame for this. I heard some things today, and I was reading up about, and with The Rock, and The Rock, Triple H was told about not to put Rock in anything creative into Mania, and he was given 6 weeks notice prior to WrestleMania Night 2 main event. So The Rock was never scheduled for WrestleMania. He might have been, but in the last 6 weeks he wasn't. Triple H was told us, so we had 6 weeks to come up with that ultimate ending. And what? We get Travis Scott shit. I feel like that's what killed Mania. I mean, everyone else, like, again, it's not going to be going down as one of the best WrestleManias, far from it, but when I think of WrestleMania 41, I'm going to feel like, what the fuck? And it's a shame because that shits on everyone, like a Jacob Fatu, like a Tiffany, like everything else. It shits on it, but I can't help it. DDC, hello buddy. WWE getting most of the best AEW talent back, or just getting them away. Yeah, I agree. Aleister Black is a big deal. To get him back in the company, you know, he only left because of the direction Vince had for him, which is just sitting in the dark room waiting for someone to knock on his door, which was pathetic. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, I agree. DDC Night 2 was good until the main event. Yeah, Night 2 was very enjoyable. I did enjoy that, and I enjoyed parts of Night 1 as well. You know, with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. I can't really remember the other things I did enjoy, but yeah, that ending was not good. I think they need to make it up to Rusev and Black for how they left the company, so you would figure they would be wanting to push them both. Yeah, I think so, Michael. Rusev's got a 2-year contract. In the terms and conditions of his contract, it states that he would be given a monster push. So, I mean, that's actually in his contract itself, so I'm assuming they probably would. There was a lot of things to do with Rusev's contract, which includes Lana, so I feel like Rusev's going to be fine. Now, the Black is in-ring ability will count for that itself. Yeah. Is that it? Yeah, that was it on Smackdown. So, yeah. Again, like a lot of people's on about. I'll say this again. A lot of people was on about Miro's debut. Fuck's sake, I keep calling him Miro now. A lot of people's on about Rusev's debut on Raw. Why he interfered when he did. Honestly, it's not that deep. Don't think it's too deep. I mean, he doesn't mirror the fucking hell. Rusev's not going after the tag titles. He has no interest in the tag titles or anything like that. He just come out to make himself look like a badass. Think back, like when Brock Lesnar debuted, he took out Spike Dudley and Al Snow. That was Brock Lesnar. He had no interest in the hardcore title. He had no interest in feuding with either of them, but it's a debut just to come out to make himself look like a badass. And that's all it was with Rusev. It's not that deep. It's just, it is what it is. Thoughts on Zelina, I have covered this, Darren. My thoughts are, I don't really give a fuck. In the nicest way possible. I just feel like she's not going to really bring anything to this title. I feel like Chelsea Green should have kept this title, retained this title. I feel like Chelsea Green would have done good with this title. However, if this frees up Chelsea Green to win the Money in the Bank, I'm extremely happy with that, because I feel like she would do really well with the Money in the Bank, and I feel like she's proven herself to be one of the best gimmicks in the women's division right now. Yeah, I'm hoping they're going to both be used well. Darren, well, Rusev I couldn't give two fucks about, but Aleister Black, yeah, I think like all of us were big fans of him in Black and Gold NXT. Till he was brought up to the main roster, and I feel like he was getting somewhere towards the end, especially his match at Chamber against AJ Styles, which Black won. I thought that was a big deal, and then whatever. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see where they'll probably go with this. Yeah, but yeah, SmackDown overall this week, I thought it was a good show. It was a pretty good show. The highlights for me would definitely be Fraxium, Aleister Black, and I've been waiting for this TLC ladder match for the tag title since Royal Rumble, so I got there in the end. Apologies, got the flu. Do you think ticket sales for next Mania will flop? No, I don't think they will, Ryan. Because it's WWE, and I mean, yeah, it's not a good thing. Like, the prices they're charging for the tickets are ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Like that video that was floating around with Randy Orton, with someone paid $30,000 for a ticket that wasn't even like in the front row. Like, it's ridiculous. What they're charging is, it goes beyond fans going to WWE anymore. Like, now you gotta basically be like a millionaire. You gotta be a millionaire to go sit anywhere close to in the first 20 rows of that ring. You gotta be a multi-millionaire. And true fans like all of us here, like, we're not gonna get anywhere near that ring. And it sucks. And I feel like this is a lot of the reason now why the fans are pretty much dead when you see them on camera, because the Raw fans are in nosebleed seats because we can't afford 30, 40, 50, 60 grand for a front row ticket. That's the issue with wrestling right now, especially with WWE. Not wrestling, but with WWE. Real fans can't afford them prices to be even seen on TV. And that's why the fans are so fucking dead. The only highlight for WWE to come is the 2-night SummerSlam. That I agree with. Goldberg's retirement. Fucking hell. I don't know about that. If Goldberg has to have his retirement, fuck. If it has to be, it would have to be against Braun Breaker, and I'm hoping it's going to be like an 18-second squash match and Braun Breaker wins. That's what I'm hoping. You have to be a drug dealer to go to Mania. Yeah, I agree, buddy. Yeah, this is the issue, and this is why it is what it is. Like like I said, a lot of true fans now, they won't be seen on camera. It's just going to be multi-millionaires that's just there because they could just say, look at me on Netflix. Fuck off. No one gives a fuck. No one cares. Us true fans are in the nosebleed seats. That's where it's at. We are the ones. If anyone's watching the show right now, this isn't normally the setup. We will be going tomorrow. We will be going live at 7:30 on YouTube, and on Facebook we will be on Pro Wrestling World at 7:30 tomorrow night, and we're going to be talking about Backlash 99. So anyone watching this or anything, like, we like to have a bit of fun. So mainly me and Sam. we review the older stuff. So we start from 97, now we keep it up to date. So we're doing April 1999, which is Backlash 1999, and we're going to be reviewing that event, talking about all the matches in depth, and then we're going to rank the matches. Now, we're not going to do it with a point system, we're going to do it with a title bout from the Attitude Era. Join in tomorrow. So if you've got any free time this evening or anything like that, go watch Backlash 1999 on Netflix. That sounds cringy. But yeah, watch that. Join us tomorrow night for the episode and give us your title bout ranking. Now, the title bout ranking. So, easiest way to do this, if you watch it tonight, score it out of like a star system. And then when you watch tomorrow's night show, Sam, if you don't know what it's about, Sam will put up on the screen the star ratings for each bout. So then just change your star rating that you would give it tonight into the title bout. That simple. Yeah, so that's going to be good. So I know we got Backlash coming up, and on Wednesday we have got Backlash tomorrow. Then we got TDS's Raw on Tuesday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m, an hour special. And on Wednesday we have got In Your House 13, which is the fatal four-way between Stone Cold, Austin, Vader, and Bret Hart. Very good fatal four-way, very good. And that isn't a review, that is a live watch-along. So we'll be watching that live. Again, hoping you guys can join in and we can have some fun. So yeah, just got to chuck that out there. Why didn't they air the roast? I don't know, Ryan. That's a good question. Like, I really would like to see the roast. I think it'd be good to watch. Apparently, they're really strict with recording. But they had WWE recording it as well, so maybe it's something they're going to release on their behalf, which is more than likely. So maybe that's why they're going to do it in time. They'll probably do it as a special. Apart from that, I don't know. It seemed quite bad. Some of the roasting. I used Michael because it was horrible. The thing is, Michael, yeah, apparently it's quite a big success. Apparently he done really well. Apparently he's very, very good. I'm shocked as well. I am absolutely shocked by this as well because I wasn't expecting it. But yeah, I didn't really care for it. But apparently, yeah, it was a big payoff and it done really well. Thoughts on the news show about WWE Creative Room kayfabe is dead. Hate it, Ryan. Not a fan of it. Yeah, I feel like it's just gonna shit all over the industry. I don't like it. I don't care for it. I hate it. I'm not a fan of it. I feel like some things, like I don't know what they want from us. Like, WWE knows that we know it's fake. We know wrestling is. I don't have to spell out for people. Like, we know right now. Like, Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, and Roman Reigns are probably good friends, sat in the back of the room after WrestleMania having a cup of tea. We know that. Do I want to see that? No, because as an adult, I know it's not real. But I trained my brain to believe it's real. Does that make sense? But then to get shown it in my face, like, what are you on about? No, it's fake. Look, here, watch this. It's just like, fuck off. I like to believe some things are real, So no, I'm not a fan of this. Yeah, it will, Ryan. I'm really not a fan of this show. I feel like it needs to just not happen, and I'm not a fan. Again, if there's any new people watching this, there's a few people watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, just so we can so I can like make money off of YouTube, so I can go buy a house and live in like Denmark. Don't know why Denmark, but it seems good. Seems a good idea. Yeah, pretty much, Ryan. Yeah, literally, it is like, yeah, just showing you how a magic trick is done is just ruins it, doesn't it? I take it you're not a fan either. That's exactly where I'm at. Like, I don't want to fucking see it. So like, just off. Okay. I'm pretty much done here. I got nothing else to say. I just wanted to cover Smackdown. Wanted to just quickly jump on and say hi to all you guys and say thank you for tuning. I know it's a Saturday night and we all want to go out and get pissed and do our thing. I really appreciate everyone that's been watching this. It means a lot. Again, thank you, Michael. I can't thank you enough because you're the main one that follows me more than anyone, especially on my lives. So I do appreciate you for that. Huh? Mirror, are you drunk again, young man? Try and read this. What? WWE Undisputed Champion John Cena Backlash. That's right, buddy. Well done. That's correct. He is the WWE Champion and he is going to Backlash. I don't know what I'm fucking to say to that. Are you Morale? So basically, I'm ready to leave this live stream, but I'm a bit of a dinosaur and I don't know how to end it. So I'm hoping somebody is watching this that will come up and rescue me or end this stream because I don't know how. So basically, I'm ready to leave this live stream, but I'm a bit of a dinosaur. Does anyone know how to end this stream? I've been done about 10 minutes ago. I'm just sat here for a bit of banter. That will come up and rescue me or end this stream because I don't know how. Anyone can hear me? Yeah. Does anyone know how to end this stream? I've been done about 10 minutes ago. I'm just sat here for a bit of banter. Ryan Potter. I don't know. I will learn. Oh, that's it, young man. You would definitely learn. Someone's coming up to end this stream for me. That's fantastic. I don't know how the fuck to get off of it. Yeah, this is good. Oh, hello, Daniel Taker. Hope you're well, buddy. Ryan Potter. I don't know. I will learn. Oh, that's it, young man. How do I come off of this? Someone's coming up to end this stream.
Good. Yeah, you want the comments.
How the fuck do I end this stream?
Press that one when you're ready.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna shoot. I need cigarettes, so thank you everyone for joining in, and yeah, much love. Bye bye. See you tomorrow 7:30 Backlash 99. So yeah. How the fuck do I end this stream? I still recorded, isn't it? How the fuck do I